All right. Why do you look so sad, Ollie?
I don't know. You tell me.
Because I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome to the 22nd episode of the ESOU podcast. It's been a while since we had our last podcast, mainly because of schedules and PAXes and all that shit. But yeah, joining me today is, as usual, Alywels from PCU, who got recently raided by Bethesda, if you guys remember.
I remember.
Okay.
It was wild.
There's a soundboard thing that the chat can redeem, and there's a fart sound. Please, no fart sounds. I'm gonna disable that. Okay, and joining us today as well is Lucked, 50% of the solo community, pretty much half of the community. Hello.
Hello. Why am I here?
Why are you here? I don't know. We're gonna talk about ESO and shit, or whatever you want to talk about. All right. So, how, introduce yourself. Who are you?
Oh shit! I always suck at this question.
This is, I guess start out with how did you start with ESO and all that? Because as I know, you're a former eSports player for Overwatch.
I was very short and or short-lived eSports career in Overwatch after playing that game for like 5 years. I got into like contenders, but then suddenly fell off. Lol. But I did get a Wikipedia page, so that's pretty cool of me. And after that, Overwatch started to stagnate, so I got bored, and then I got into ESO. And now I have 6,000 hours in ESO, and I have soloed the Fang Lair and Skill Color Peak Trifecta. First person to ever do that. Lol. Although the Fang Lair one is apparently debated. Plus it's also sus, so I'm not gonna try to claim that shit. Do not look at second boss.
Oh no. But that's like a speedrun tactic, isn't it? Like finding hacks and stuff.
Oh yeah, obviously. But this one's also a, like, what do you call it? Like, I have to do it because the game doesn't work correctly.
Oh, okay, fine.
Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not your fault then.
Truge.
It's not harming anyone else.
No, especially not, because I'm literally alone.
I don't get it. So how do you go from Overwatch to you just want to solo ESO? What's that about?
I don't.
It's a team
know,
game,
bro.
right? Like,
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Is it though? Oh yeah. I thought you meant ESO. I was like, what the hell?
I mean,
okay, maybe that too, but yeah. I don't know. I am not a team player, I would say. That's part of the reason why I never went too super far in Overwatch as well.
Okay. What was your main? Lucio, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I was pretty much a Lucio one trick for. No, I was definitely a Lucio one trick. Jesus Christ.
Has Overwatch even been out that long? I still think that like people
2016.
play. Oh right, I still think that people play Team Fortress 2, but that's. Am I like a boomer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's boomer. That's pretty boomer.
Shit.
I don't even know that game. No, just...
How old are you, if you don't mind us asking?
I am 20 years old.
That's
What?
so young. What the
Oh my
fuck? I
God.
thought you were older.
Bro, I'm actually pretty old by Overwatch standards.
I guess you have to be young by esports and shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
They
dude,
get 13
when I was
fucking-year-olds.
like getting into my like the pro team I was in, I was like, damn, it's pretty late. I'm pretty old already. When I was like 19.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I mean, legit. Like I was getting like surrounded by. I mean, even people that were like 16 and 15 and stuff that were already like around the same skill level as me, like probably better.
You gonna play Overwatch 2? You gonna play Overwatch 2?
I have played it with
Yeah.
my old teammates, and it's not that interesting to me, to be honest.
Oh.
It's a very long overdue balance patch with a reskin, in my opinion.
Okay.
It was obviously pretty fun to play, because like changes, you know, but there's not really any substance to it, in my opinion. Just a balance patch and some new maps.
Would you play an ESO 2?
I don't even know what the fuck that would look like. But
A reskinned, long overdue.
reskinned, huh?
Oh shit. Yo,
I don't know. I probably would to see what it's like.
They go back to Morrowind graphics. Oblivion graphics. But yeah, so alright, so this means that you probably haven't played like Skyrim and...
Oh no, I have played Skyrim, but none of the other games. That's also where half of my interest in ESO came.
But then Skyrim came out when you were like 7, 9, 8.
It's been 11 years, right? So when he was 9. That's fucking crazy, dude.
God.
That's fucking crazy.
Wait, what?
When you were 9? Jesus.
Skyrim, yeah, true. Dude, when I was 6, ESO started development.
God, what the fuck? That's crazy, dude. The HD is fucking crazy. You know, there's people who don't even. There's people who are. They don't know about 9/11. You know, they don't remember 9/11. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
I remember 9/11.
Yeah, okay,
I was
buddy.
watching it live. I was like 1 month old.
Okay, first of all, 20 years ago, 2002.
What? Oh no, wait. What age am I? Hold up.
What?
Are you in the? You might have been in the womb. Did you have a?
No.
He was an egg or some shit.
I was born in August 2nd, 2001.
Oh.
So
okay.
I was definitely around back then.
Okay, so you're 21. Okay.
My mental state probably wasn't developed enough to like call it existing, but
I thought you were about to say your mental state wasn't enough to appreciate it.
yeah, appreciate.
Jesus.
That's not what you wanted to say.
Alright, I feel like we're going off the rails here.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Alright, so let's get back to ESO a little bit, just a little bit. So you solo stuff in ESO.
Yeah.
You are known as 50% of the ESO community because there's only one other person who solos dungeons. Or not solos dungeons, but like when people say solo, what comes to your mind as a solo player? Like,
well, I think there's like a bit of a like lack of a term here for my type of player, because in ESO, solo player means like casual, never does group stuff type of like overland stuff, you know. But when I think of solo,
PvE, yeah, but
and PvP as well. There's also that term, but also like, I don't know. Compared to that, like I would say I am more like extreme solo PvE, but I don't know, like because you have to make that difference. Because if I go into ESO forums and I say I'm a solo player, they aren't gonna think that I solo fucking Trifecta. They're gonna think I solo fucking 30k health mobs in Deshan. Like,
yeah.
It's kind of hard, but yeah. That's what comes to mind when I say that.
Was it? How long had you been playing ESO before you started trying to do like Trifectas? Like,
I started
normally. Like, have you tried all the normal dungeons and hard modes with a group? And
not at all, actually.
Okay.
I started when I was like CP 300, like total, and the funny thing, the reason I like started it at all is because I was really interested in the Zahn's monster set, and I was like, dang, that thing looks pretty cool. I want it. How the hell do I get into a group? And I literally did not go past that question, and I just went in and tried to solo it.
Okay.
And eventually I got better and better at it, and I had a very helpful endgame player help me all the time. In a trading server, Discord server I was in. So I got a lot better through him, although I was still really bad back then. And then I eventually like got the hard mode soloed. And then I don't know, I just kept going.
And then what? And then what at the end?
Initially I didn't think the Trifecta was possible solo, but then when I made my MagDK heavy attack build, I realized that this thing was completely busted and did insane damage. Well, it's not nearly as much damage as I can do now, but it's kind of like made me realize, damn, the Trifecta is possible.
Okay.
I can do the world's first solo Trifecta in this game. That means I'm a good player. Aren't world firsts a good thing in MMOs or some shit? Let's go.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's
if
skill.
there was like an actual in-game achievement for it, yeah, some kind of recognition would be nice.
I don't know. Yeah, but
Hey, if you do the first video of it, then that counts, right?
True. Yeah. And then I did that twice on Skill Color Peak, because the first time I was really excited that it was possible, so I used the cheese like kind of exploit, kind of not really, like on the fourth boss, which made me avoid most of the mechanics, which is just made it into a parse fight. But it's not that hard to do it normally, so I did it again like a week later. Although that video has a lot less views, sadly, despite it being faster. But yeah. And then I did Bang Layer, which was, I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's another guy who did it before me, but he, for some reason, only posted the boss fights, so it's just as good as a tutorial video. I don't know. Like, I mean, imagine uploading a trifecta and then not getting the achievement at the end, not showing the speedrun. I mean, what?
Alright, so Ali may not know about this drama in the solo community.
Oh yeah, crazy
I know,
drama.
it's half the community versus half the community.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
it's crazy. It's like a civil war, bro. It's insane.
Dude, what happened with that? What happened with that, dude? So what's the story behind that?
You want me to explain the story? Okay, so basically,
it's hilarious.
when I yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, I don't really care anymore, because like I'm just gonna focus on score pushing fucking solo stuff now, because I'm fucking dumb. But like, basically, I uploaded my first trifecta one, and like a few days later, some girl posted on a comment on my video saying, "Nice job, but sorry, this isn't the first one." And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? And any other person would probably say like, okay, this is just a fucking troll, like, let's just ignore it. But I could not believe someone fucking would post that without any basis, like, so confidently. So I looked into it, and then later this like VXP Lord guy, he posts a comment as well, saying that he did trifecta of Skill Color Peak multiple years ago, but he never uploaded the video because he used an exploit or something, which just sounds so fucking sus to me. But I don't know. So yeah, I don't officially have the claim to that, despite him having no evidence. But you know, that pissed me off a little bit. But whatever. I was like, dang, another guy who's interested in this. So like, I shared some of my stuff. Like, I was like, dang, like, how long have you been doing this? Like, did you use any different strategies than me? Like, I was kind of interested, you know? Like, damn, I was finding my family. Holy shit. Plot twist, he was not my family. I got betrayed. I was discussing that Fang Layer might be possible as well, and that I was going to be attempting it. But then he did it before me. Quote unquote did it, I don't know. But he posted the video, like, only the boss fights, and no achievement at the end. So, like, I don't know. I can't really... I find it kind of insulting that he posted that. Like, I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, like, yeah, that's the story with him. And then I got mad at him a few times, and then I haven't talked to him since.
What's your stance on that? Because you're like an unbiased party here, basically.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Is this beef stupid or based?
I mean, like, I think you have right to be suspicious, because like anyone who posts a sort of world first or something, you want all the details. You want the logs. You want you want like the full unclipped video,
screenshots,
doctored images.
Yeah, I mean, surely you'd want to like give as much.
I want to have some like legitimacy, you know, like I want it to be. Not totally. Like... Yeah,
I mean, like, whenever I do like a trial trifecta or whatever, I do like a full unclipped
uncut
stream video and like logs, and I try and put as much stuff in as possible.
The whole day, even? What if you like were on steroids? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Need to log the whole day.
I do a mandatory drug test.
Yeah. Right, how many addies you've taken for this trifecta?
Dude,
yeah, so it's a bit sus, but
I don't know. But he's a good player.
Not impossible. It's not
It's
impossible.
absolutely not impossible. I think that run was definitely one run because like it's clear. But the thing is, like, he can't prove it because he didn't fucking record the whole thing apparently, and then apparently just deleted the file. I guess. Like, who does that?
No,
Who just goes out of their way and does something as difficult as Fanglair Trifecta and just doesn't upload the whole video? I don't know. It feels a bit insulting to like what I was doing.
Yeah. I think you care about it a little bit more than you should.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious. I think it's funny.
It's quite funny.
I'm also mad at it, but I also think it's fucking funny.
It's Civil War, dude. Civil War within the community. The solo community.
What's your next solo trifecta? Or are you not allowed to tell us because?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually thinking about that, but there's no chance this guy's gonna do it because he has an inferior build, and there's no way he will be able to do it. He's still using the heavy attack build, but he swapped up the sets. Okay. And fun fact, I was making a build video, and then I got sick, so I had to go to the hospital, and then he uploaded like fucking the exact same build video like I was making pretty much. So yeah, that kind of demotivated me as well. Another reason why I was mad, but that's kind of like who like whatever, you know.
Sure.
There's no way he can know that I'm making the fucking exact same build. So
right,
that's fair. But my next sites that I'm setting on is Moonhunter Keep Trifecta and March of Sacrifices Trifecta, which are both
Moonhunter Keep solo.
Yes. Hard mode, speedrun, no death. It is very difficult. This one's like
the last boss.
Yeah. No, not even the last boss.
No, definitely the last boss.
The last boss is hard, but it's comparable to the other bosses and the ads.
Like, I thought the librarian one's pretty tough.
Yeah, the librarian one is omega tough. It's an RNG fight. You see, there's two ads in the beginning. One of them, he turns into a werewolf, right? The werewolves fucking kill you. Yes, you can, but it's really hard because I need to use my ult to survive the Oh, actually, no, never mind. I've got some mad strats for the ad fights, but anyway, like I have like a whole document of everything I think of randomly for like strats. Yeah. It's kind of insane, but
publish it, like, or it's not real.
No, I'm not gonna publish it. I'll publish it with like the video if I ever do it. But there's a lot of like Moonhunter Keep is like 8 orders of magnitude more difficult than the Skullcrawler Peak and Fanglair ones. If you decided to do them on the same day in the same like hour, like that's how difficult it is. First boss, insanely hard. It's a DPS check if you want to burn it. So at 30%, he like it's a very fast boss. He's only 2.5 million health, but he hits like a fucking speeding 18-wheeler truck in Australia, bro. Like he just absolutely kills you. And he has this double hit mechanic where he like nearly one-shots you, so you have to invest in a bit more tankiness. But anyway, he pretty much like does mad damage, and at 30%, he will have a mechanic start where he can pin you, and you cannot escape without precognition. But we don't care about precognition, because we need to burn that shit. This is a speedrun. So he has this other like mechanic where he goes into a sort of channel mode for about 8 to 9 seconds. And that's basically my burn window, because he does that usually exactly when he hits 30%, usually. Mm-hmm. So, I've devised some strategies for burning that. But anyway, like that's a hard fight already, but it's pretty quick. Like, there's only one ad pool before it, so you can have a lot of attempts at it. Second boss, like the hedge part, also very difficult. It's, you need to interrupt those Spriggan thingies that like turn you into a skeever, and I needed to like fucking memorize every single location of all of the spawns, because there's multiple spawns and you cannot precognition out of them, like when you do get like stunned by them, so you just die. Although sometimes there's this bug where you just do not take damage at all from the main like elite mob, so you just survive, but you can't rely on that, so you have to kill them. And there's like 8 different stages of that. You need to like actually be really fast with the interrupts, because they nearly instantly turn you into him. Mm-hmm. I don't think most people even realize that mechanic due to the low HP of them. After that, there's the Hedge Maze Guardian, who is just completely stupid. Like, it's a mostly just stall boss fight, because he goes into his immune phase and you just have to go kill the Spriggans that are feeding him health.
Mhm.
That boss is probably the easiest one in the thing, but it's just slogging. Like, I still have not figured out how to do it efficiently, because you need to memorize the spawns, but I don't know if the spawns are random or not, so I'll have to look into that. The third boss is a reaction time check, although
Okay.
I'm sure you could make it easier with an add-on, but I don't really want to do that, because then I'll have console players in the in the comments telling me I'm an add-on abuser, although to be fair, with the skill color peak thing, I'm sure they're gonna be absolutely crying and having a heart attack at how many gear swaps I'm gonna do. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
You have the pin mechanic from the third boss that essentially you have 0.3 seconds exactly to react to it and dodge roll it, and that's it. And she does it about 8 times in the fight. So you need to be absolutely like perma looking at the boss, because you literally have to have like gamer reaction time to like dodge that. But it's mostly a burn fight other than that, although the ads in the later phase can one-shot you if you're not careful. Due
If
to
they
like
get enraged, right?
oh yeah, those get enraged, but you can just move the boss toward them in the early phase and then burn it.
Mhm.
Like, there's this great set out there that I'm still farming. It's gonna be extremely useful. Master Architect. You can just get
I've heard of it.
insane damage with that, like burst for that. If you've seen the VMA world record, like, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But fourth boss in between, the ads, the werewolf ads, I'm sure you know them. Very insanely difficult to deal with solo. I'm still not even sure how I'm gonna deal with them, because I need to pretty much either have Magma Shell up every time for each of the werewolves, or somehow dodge their scream anyway. I'm not sure, you know?
Yeah.
They're very difficult. They're probably the hardest mob in the dungeon.
I think you
Yeah,
could try like heroism pots and like
Yeah.
Drake's Rush or something.
Heroism. I mean, I have an idea. You know the set Meridia's Blessed Armor? I wonder if that would work on it. I think it
Not on
could.
AoE, only single target.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Pretty sure.
Don't have to try it
Might
then.
test it in Zero though many times.
All right. That's good to know. I don't even know if it's a single target or AoE attack.
The Conal?
Probably AoE. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Some
AoE.
some attacks are like random as hell. Like they can count as different things while looking like things. Yeah.
What about
But yeah.
what about champion points?
Champion points.
Like steadfast ward or something. The one where you get more mitigation as you shield and block.
There's no chance. Like investing in
so. I think you
mitigation
do it.
in that fight is not a good idea. I think.
What on the werewolf werewolf ads?
Like just the werewolf ads.
I think
it's
it's
not-
I think it's worth it.
It would-
Especially if you
it
have
would
access to
blow you
add-ons.
too much.
You can swap it out. You know what I mean,
That's
every
true.
30 seconds.
Need a lot of goddamn CP for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you wanna slot
Took it-
them, but
took it
yeah.
CP easy.
But after that, the reason for my current strat, I'm using Magma Shell on everything, so I can't immediately burn on fourth boss. Fourth boss is RNG because he will turn one of the ads into a werewolf, and you don't have there's a werewolf right before the door, so you have to use Magma Shell, so you won't have ult at the beginning of the fourth boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's a workaround, but I just haven't found it yet. But you essentially have to bank on that it's the right one, and if it's not, your run is over, even if it was the cleanest fucking thing ever. Because the left one is, I think, 400k health, which is pretty much unburnable in the time that you have to burn it.
Yeah.
The right one is 200k health, which is barely possible.
Hmm.
And you have multiple of those phases, but if you burn the boss quick enough, you can skip one or two of them. So that's if you get the good RNG twice in a row, you should be good with a good build, with a good setup. And then the final boss, just absolute chaos. Like, holy shit, that thing
Yeah, I don't
is
know how you can
beyond.
handle the last boss.
I have done it. I
on
was
that
the first.
or veteran hard mode.
I am the first person to ever complete veteran hard mode Moonhunter Keep solo.
Really?
It took me 12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Like straight in a fight?
Straight. No.
In a fight.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
Oh,
fucking no,
12-hour
not in a
fight.
Jesus. I mean, if I just slapped on a tank build, sure, that would take me like a few hours, probably.
Okay,
like
okay.
2.
I'm just
But
making
no,
sure.
we're going for the speedrun. So
Okay.
but that was really hard. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet.
How long was the
Probably-
fight?
Let me check. I think it was 6 minutes. With a heavy attack build,
With
so I can do
26
faster.
minutes?
No, 6 minutes.
Oh,
the
6
fight.
minutes. I mean, that's
7
really good.
46.
That's really
It
good.
was-
isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No, that's pretty good for solo.
It was 7 minutes 38 seconds,
Okay.
and also with a panic because I hadn't gotten that far before. And then at the end, like at the last 5%, one of those like terrifying werewolf ads spawned, and I had no idea that it was a thing. Like, and I was like, holy shit, panic.
How many of those like symbol phases did you have to do? Because at least that's easy, right? If
2
you're
or
only
3,
one
yeah,
person.
that's easy. But the thing is, even with a heavy attack build, your resources are non-existent. You have 2 of the wolves on you. You have fucking like 8 different things. You need to fucking spam the ward. It's really hard. That was like so much fun doing that 12 hours. I should probably stream it or some shit. It'd be fun.
Do you have a recording of it?
Yeah, I recorded it.
Oh,
I have
shit.
it on my channel. You should post it.
Okay.
We'll get a mod on
Replug,
it.
let's-
Find the channel
Yeah.
video and post it.
But yeah, I haven't done the other one, which is March of Sacrifices. I have my eyes on that one, but I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
Like the hard mode, at least. But it seems possible, pretty easily as well. The first 3 bosses are just dead easy. The problem is
Indrik?
4th boss and last boss. Yeah, Indrik. That thing is annoying.
I mean, that's his time, though, right?
It's time, but he also puts a dot on you, and if the dot is on you when he goes into like hiding mode, you are fucked.
Okay.
Because I use Pale Order for healing, and I can't damage him when he's gone. Although there's probably a workaround for that as
I
well.
think you could probably like vigor and then sneak.
Yeah,
and
I'm pretty
still
sure you
tick.
can. I'm pretty sure you can use like a heal ability during the thing without getting seen. So
Yeah,
that
some
might
of
be a
them, especially
tool.
like a hot.
the main
Dragon
problem
Blood,
though is
right?
the Green Dragon.
Does
Blood,
that does that work in stealth?
Yeah, it does. I think.
I don't think so.
No,
I
I'm
don't
pretty
think
sure it
no one
does.
does.
Pretty sure that reveals you.
Well, we'll see. I can.
We'll see.
Fuck it. I test fucking everything, bro.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, but the main problem is the last boss, which is just really fucking difficult. So much damage. But I haven't done it yet, and it's pretty low priority because I don't like the dungeon in general.
So you're soloing March of Sacrifices and Moonhunter Keep.
Moonhunter Keep.
I think March of Sacrifices for solo Trifecta is gonna be easier, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, for
There's
sure.
no
Like
way.
the only hard fight is the last boss, and the rest is like, I mean, it's obviously hard, but it's not like mind-bogglingly difficult.
Hmm.
What's about like Ruins of Madness and Crazy Shadows? If you like start at the beginning of the.
See, not only do I hate those dungeons, they also don't have trifectas. So
Oh, did they? Oh god, when
Yeah.
did they start doing the trifectas?
Dragon Bones DLC, so
Okay,
Skill Color
fine,
Peak and
right.
Fang Layer. So if you think about it, I did the easiest trifectas first, since they're
Okay,
the first
fine.
ones.
Yeah. So then after that, is it?
The
What was the DLC
Moonhunter
after
Keep and
Okay.
March of Sacrifices.
that? And then
DLC.
after that is going to be.
Isn't it Raftstone? Yeah, Frostfall and Unhallowed Grave. Wait, did those? No, that's Ice Reach and Unhallowed Grave. What came with Frostfall?
I don't think Frostfall's going to be possible.
Frostfall hard mode is extraordinarily difficult because it hasn't done before solo.
I don't think you can solo that.
You, I
There's
mean,
no
normal
goddamn
veteran.
way.
You have normal veteran has been done solo.
No, I
But-
meant like the Trifecta.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
no
the
goddamn
Trifecta?
way. There's no.
Yeah,
I think that's
like-
100% possible.
First boss is really easy, but after that it just gets really hard. Every patch they basically like upped the dungeon's difficulty by a little bit, which
Mhm.
I mean already like I'm at the like double the difficulty.
I
already.
reckon you could do like Black Drake Villa though. And
See-
Nicole-
That's a problem. This is another thing, actually, like different topic. There's my biggest enemy, fucking Zos, has created this beautiful ability that doesn't fucking work 90% of the time.
Okay,
it's
what
called
is it?
it's called precognition.
Okay.
I think it's great, but there's more instances than not where it just doesn't work. And one of them makes the Blackdrake Villa trifecta impossible. You know the chains that he does on hard mode? Where you have to interrupt him? You cannot precognition out of that, for some reason. I guess they just forgot to code it in, or they just hate precognition users. Population 1. Fucking... But yeah, that makes that impossible. It also makes in Frostvault specifically, the first boss also has that. When he stuns you, you can't precognition out of that either. Depths of Malatar also has that on the first boss. You can't precognition out of his stun. Like, so a lot of things that you just cannot
really
use it
working
on.
against you, aren't they?
Yeah,
did they find your channel or something and then?
I know that the lead developer has watched at least one of my videos, and he was not approving of it apparently. So I have that working against me.
Which dev?
I don't know. The lead combat, I guess.
The lead combat dev? That's Brian Wheeler though, right?
Oh no, not that guy. I think Gilliam, but I'm not sure. Like this is from like a third party source, so I confirm it obviously. But I mean, they can't really do anything against me now because I'm using like normal meta sets now, and if they nerf me because of that, everyone gets nerfed. That's not good.
Why do you think
I'm using the populace? I mean, it still works in PvP. That's the thing. So it can't be PvP. There's no chance they nerfed it.
I mean, they did tone it down in PvP. From what
I have a fire heavy attack build that is really fun to use, and it still works just as well. I can one-shot people in in Cyrodiil and IC with it.
Well, you can one-shot people not being PvPers. It doesn't matter
but
what.
I don't think the heavy attack builds were aimed, like the nerfs were aimed at like PvP, because they still work perfectly fine in PvP, like both the lightning and fire. But they've always sucked anyway in PvP, so no one really cares. I think they nerfed it possibly because they didn't like how easy it was to get a lot of DPS in lower DPS instances, because it's a flat damage boost back then. So like that was why I was able to get like insane damage off of it as a spammable instead of like using a normal spammable. So I don't know. The build is kind of easy. But I don't know. Like you can't know for sure why they nerfed it because they're always really vague with their reasonings.
Bro. Yeah. Oh, the heavy attack slot's being nerfed. Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
People are so mad about that.
Yeah, dude.
So there's a deranged YouTube commenter. Like, I don't know what they do for a living because they keep commenting on my videos. They're like, oh, the devs hate
disabled people,
disabled or handicapped people. I don't know what the fuck. And then I was like, that's fucking that's deranged. And he's like, oh, you hate handicapped and disabled people.
Wait,
I'm like, what the
Nefes hates handicapped and disabled people. Jesus and heavy attack build users in general.
Yeah. Shit.
I made a thread on the forums discussing.
Yeah, it's a good pasta. It's a good pasta.
And man, like I gave up on them after that. Like, there's no chance. Like, I have those people on my side. No chance I win there.
Dude, that's the dangers of the forum thread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you post a good thread, or like you try to eloquently explain yourself,
it gets devalued.
It just completely gets derailed by these fucking I don't know, dude. Like Neanderthals, dude.
Yeah.
Like slamming the keyboard.
There was one guy in the forum thread who was like he posted on my thing saying, says the guy who used the heavy attack build to solo the traffic. Bro, I can do it faster with, like, I can do 10 times faster without a heavy attack build. Like, shut the fuck up.
Dude, why are you using why are you emphasizing heavy attack builds? I don't get it.
Oh, I don't use one anymore. But I used it because it was really easy, and I suddenly got a lot of success out of it, and I didn't have any other sets, so that's why I was using it. And I really enjoyed the playstyle as well. Like, holy fuck. Have a pale order with like a heavy attack channel, you can survive anything. Because you get so many ticks of healing instantly that are like 10k ticks of healing, not damage. So that's a fun build to use, but kinda sad it got nerfed. I would have moved on anyway, because there's better damage options and other stuff. Although, the problem with that is I need to farm like 20 different fucking gear sets. Rip my inventory space.
But, okay, well, so if there's only like maybe 2 or 3 more dungeons that you're going to be able to do, what's going to happen then?
I'm going like my main objective at first, like before I even realized the trifectas were possible, was just to like get clears, hard mode clears solo, because that there's no time limit, there's no thing like you just need to be really creative with what you're doing and like figure out how to. Like, it's basically a really difficult problem-solving puzzle with no fucking rules, because. Like, you can, like, this game has so many options to do, it's really good. Because you can pretty much do anything you want in this game, it's kind of crazy. That's why I liked it so much when I, like, realized that. Like, you can do a lot of things, I don't know.
Just play how you want, isn't it?
Yeah, honestly, like, people like to use that as an argument, like, to be fucking toxic elitists and toxic casuals and shit. But honestly, like, if you look at it, from my perspective, like, play how you want. You can fucking do anything in the game, bro. And it kind of works. Like,
yeah.
I think there's definitely some hard modes that are just impossible to solo, but most of them are probably possible. I just haven't figured out how. So that's pretty exciting. Like, I have a lot of content. I'm getting a lot of new content as well because I'm the first one to fucking do half of that shit. I'm getting like free DLCs. Hell yeah, bro.
Have you soloed the new DLCs yet?
Nope.
Damn.
I was not very interested in them. The VXP Lord guy actually soloed the Corollary non-hard mode, which was actually really impressive because I only did the first boss and then I gave up on the second one because the second one pretty much one-shots you with a light attack. But he apparently didn't give up and he found a way to get around that. Because apparently she doesn't light attack that often, so you can just dodge or like shield most of them. So, respect. Honestly, pretty impressive. So yeah, but I don't think like I'm not gonna focus on the later dungeons that have come out, except maybe the Cauldron, because the Cauldron's piss easy for some reason. Because I mean, yeah, they're just more difficult in general, and the other like older hard modes have a lot of potential still to be improved upon. So that's pretty exciting for me.
How do you feel about companions?
Good question. I don't like companions at all. I have never even considered using one, in fact.
Okay.
I like the idea of like solo being actually fully alone solo, you know?
Yeah.
And I think companions like make that kind of weird. I also in Skyrim never used followers because I found them cringe. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty based. I'm pretty based.
Okay, fine. All right.
Yeah, like I mean, I can see why people use them. Obviously, who knows? Maybe I'll fucking become a companion user at some point when I get bored.
Yeah.
But for the time being, I'll never use one.
I feel like what could be next is you and this other guy that you're competing with, the other 50% of the community.
I don't think he plays that much, to be honest.
Okay.
And he doesn't do difficult stuff.
My dream is for you two to do like a Unchained together.
Oh, duo. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Unchained would probably be possible duo, pretty easily.
Yeah, with companions.
Oh, with
Companions.
Oh, well, that's
Like a tank.
I don't know. Is it? It's like, will
a
that
tank?
work?
No. Don't make your companion tank in anything that's more difficult than like base game hard mode.
True.
They don't follow mechanics. That's the problem.
Would like Dragon Star Arena be possible? Because I've done Dragon Star Arena as 2 people and it took like 7 hours, 8 hours. Or
oh my god! I haven't even set foot in Dragon Star Arena, and I've just heard how long it is.
I think that's great solo content, to be honest.
Yeah, the problem is it's so fucking long.
Whoa.
And the fights don't seem that engaging. It's like VMA but worse in my eyes. But I haven't done it yet.
I don't think anyone soloed it since pre 1.6.
Oh damn, that's a long ass time.
Yeah, I remember watching videos of people soloing it, and mostly on like tanky setups. But like
yeah, like back then, like you had to there wasn't that much damage to be had, so you couldn't like expand that. You know, right now damage is super fucking high, so I can leech off of that a lot without sacrificing tankiness, like or sacrifice. Yeah, you know, there's not much of a tankiness loss if you go high damage because Pale Order exists. Although at a certain point you obviously need like max health or resistances to simply just survive the initial hit. But as long as you can survive an initial hit and do damage, you are fine. You don't need to invest in any tankiness. I'm literally full light armor and don't give a shit. No, not even resist buffs even, most of the time.
Okay, well, what about trials? Because I know I played with a guy who's done like a couple of first bosses and stuff.
Yeah, so a bunch of first bosses are possible, but most trials have mechanics that make trials interesting for group content. Like in VAA, like you need 12 people to simply get past the first boss. I have done that boss. It was kind of boring. It's just a parse boss.
Yeah.
Like and same with. Although there's one interesting prospect. If anyone wants to do this, good fucking luck. I'm not gonna do it. No chance. But VAS +2 is possible to solo.
VAS +2 hard mode.
Yes, it is almost certainly possible.
To solo it.
Yes, it would take 6 hours, but I think it's possible.
Everything would enrage, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. You'd get multiple stacks of enrage.
Okay,
but
then how will you fucking live?
Fucking, you just need to fucking okay, listen. As soon as that minis spawn, you just need to fucking hard parse on them, and then you can probably get to about you can get to a survivable level. I have done like up to like the first mini, and I almost killed it, and then I fucking gave up because that shit took like an hour. But I think it's definitely possible with an actual optimal setup. Because I was just using my default setup.
There's Protectors.
Yeah, you need to kill those too. That's why it would take really fucking long.
I don't think it'd be 6 hours. I think it'd be like fucking.
Okay, true.
Like
true. Maybe a few.
36 hours at least.
But it's possible. You want to do a fucking 36-hour stream soloing?
Okay, I can see duoing it is maybe possible.
I think
but not soloing
solo
it. There's no goddamn way.
You know, like that's probably the extent, like the hardest solo trial you're gonna get.
Bruh.
That is technically possible, but it's like no one's gonna fucking do that, bro. I mean, okay, if anyone does that, holy fucking shit.
I can see myself duoing it. One person to hold all.
Hey, you wanna do it? Let's fucking go.
But like. God damn, that's gonna be a lot of mechanics.
Yeah, it was fucking hard, bro. That's why I gave up. Fuck that shit.
I think 4 people we can easily do it.
4 people is probably pretty easy.
4 people can easily do it, for sure.
Every time you add a person in ESO into your group, your options like fucking exponentially increase.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. Like you have access to double the fucking sets. You have access to fucking like
you have everything.
So many more strats. Like
that's
you can split. Fucking shit, like it's crazy.
That's what people don't understand about raid teams or even ball groups in PvP, and they think they're hacking or some shit. They don't understand this principle where when you start adding more people to the group, powerful. It just frees up so much shit. Like so much shit. It's amazing.
Apes together strong. They don't understand that concept.
I don't know why they don't understand that. It's just more people means more, I don't know. It's a simple fucking concept. But they no, it's gotta be those add-ons or the fucking cheating
cheat engine,
cheat engine, Jesus.
Although, before I will do any of the new trifectas solo, I don't know if you want to call them new because that's when like 2018 shit. I'm gonna get like fucking perfect skill color peak solo run or near perfect. Because I am addicted to that dungeon for some reason. I don't know. I've been looking into it. I think you can get an insanely impressive, like, sort of almost... You know the burn, like, nuke series that Charles and stuff did for the dungeons? You can almost, like, emulate that solo. Where, especially on the 3rd boss for Skill Color Peak, I have devised a plan to literally hard burn it solo.
You have a lot of plans.
And I think it's possible. Yeah, I'm a fucking... I have so many plans, bro. I have ideas.
Have you ever watched the older videos of people soloing stuff? Like the
I
older
have
videos?
not.
You
I
should.
couldn't find it.
I
would be very interesting.
Alright.
I find it very interesting.
If
you have them, send them.
There's 2 people I recommend. Alright.
Andy S.
Andy, yeah.
First is Andy S.
I've seen Andy, yeah.
Second person I would recommend is Telon. Telon? Thelon? That's Sork main. from back in the day. He used to solo some trial bosses here and there before they were scaled, I believe. I don't know. Something you can look at.
I can't find that, but
I don't know. You
could look at it. It's interesting. I like seeing everything I have available to me because it gives me ideas. Like some people, sometimes I just don't think of something really fucking obvious, you know? Actually, not sometimes, all the time.
Well, dude, I've been wanting to make solo builds, not like overland shit.
Yeah.
But like, but what's the benchmark you use for that? Like, at what point do you say, okay, this you can solo?
That's the problem,
right? Because it's so unique to each.
Yes,
dungeon.
I mean, even for like individual setups, for my skill color peak thing, I have like I'm using like 8 different sets. I'm using, I have 14 different skill bar setups, not including pre-buffs. Like every boss, you need a different setup for.
Okay.
Yeah. So an individual like simple solo build, I think the furthest you could get with that. I mean, okay, the fucking heavy attack build was a bit OP in that aspect because you pretty much never had to swap anything except maybe some skills. You didn't have to swap sets at all. So that would be a good option, to be honest. But the damage is very lacking now, so I don't really recommend it. But the good benchmark is like a lot of the base game hard modes. If you couldn't do that with ease, like, or well, with ease, I don't know. If the build can do all of those, that would be a decent benchmark, I think. Okay. Especially the harder hard modes, like, I don't know, Banish 2. Although Banish 2 is fucking ass, I wouldn't recommend doing that at all. But I skipped that one when it's the pledge.
Direfrost Keep, you can't do that.
Yeah, Direfrost Keep, I mean, I've seen some glitches to get through the door, but they're glitches, so they get fucking facts, you know? I really love the one where you just stampede through the door.
Boy. Well, there used to be things where you could like get knocked through doors.
Yeah, you could get knocked through the door, you could stampede onto a bug through the exit door, you could... Yeah, I've actually used that recently. Don't ban me, Zos, but
no.
I'm a fucking criminal. I've stampeded to a sky shard that was behind a like 3-minute tail. I don't know what it was. I think it was somewhere in Oradon or something. And a guy was watching me, and he just said, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
Like I went in straight through the fucking iron like door thingy, and then I get the sky shard, stampede out of it again. That skill is so funny. But yeah, like that's I wouldn't recommend using that because that's a bit sus. I don't think it's a big problem for skipping 25 seconds of running through a delve, but yeah, I don't know. Funny. That's also another thing that you have a lot of options in. Glitches and bugs. This game is full of them. No leaks. But yeah, you can find a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
even in individual boss fights that you can just use, like so many underserved.
How do you feel about like jumping out of the map and stuff? Because didn't people used to do sort of Ruins of Mazatlan by there was some like
fucking Lair of Marslock.
Lair of Marslock as well. Yeah,
with the Sork thing.
Yeah,
I actually recently found an out of the map. What? I'm not going to talk about it because I'm going to get banged. But
yeah,
I found one myself. It's on a very old dungeon. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, surely it's something you're not going to be able to use if you're doing videos and.
No, I mean, I was already really fucking scared posting the Fang Layer one, where I literally used like one thing. It's pretty minor, and also was used only because precognition, again, doesn't fucking work. Like
right.
The second boss bear, or the Sense Tiger skeleton, it jumps on you. You can't precognition from that.
That skill has a lot of issues.
Yeah, that skill I have
PvP
put in the PvP. It just doesn't work. Although in NA, doesn't it work now because of the fucking they fixed PvP?
No, they didn't fix it. They improved it. Dude, everyone's fucking praising. Everyone's fucking praising. They're like, you heard about this shit, right? The LT2, the pain in the axe.
I've seen it.
Everyone's it's working again.
They're all being.
I mean, that's great to be honest. Like, honestly, like, good news. I don't see a negative with it. I think anyone complaining about it, like, who fucking cares?
People are starting to come back and checking it out again. I don't know. You know.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
I want to check it out next weekend and see if it's actually working.
Dude, people saying like that it's bad because they didn't like tell them about it and stuff, and like.
What?
Like, you know, what they said, like there will be no performance improvements from this, or
Oh yeah. They said don't expect any server.
Some people genuinely get mad about that, like that it. What, bro? The game is working again. Let's fucking go play the game instead of complain. What?
I don't know, dude. I just couldn't see why switching out 10-year-old server hardware wouldn't something. You know what I mean? Something.
Yeah.
There's no
I can kind of see it because like servers are pretty complicated. Like,
yeah. Okay. Sure.
And
but
it
still,
was running fine for PvE.
10-year-old hardware.
Yeah, we don't know the details, but since it was running fine for PvE mostly.
What?
Mostly. Okay.
Mostly. It wasn't even mostly.
I mean, I'm doing fine. I haven't noticed any lag in PvE.
Okay.
That might also be because I mainly play solo, but
yeah.
I mean, the issues are bleeding into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
Sure.
I've seen some of it, but it's not even close to PvP issues, bro.
No,
like,
it's not.
Like I'm using PvP like as a benchmark here. Like I've done some PvPing at prime time, and you know, the gravitational waves of those Zerg groups that are approaching you are not okay. That shit is not good.
But just to give you an idea of what's going on PCNA, apparently there were 3 ball groups, and it was pop blocked, and everyone was fighting.
Yeah.
Most people were fighting in one location.
Yeah, and it was no lag.
No, it wasn't that there was no lag. It was that your skills could go off, I guess, rather than you can't do anything for 6-8 seconds. So that's I think that's pretty significant, in my opinion. That's a lot. That's 3 ball groups.
I think it's really good.
If there was 1 ball group last year, it's over.
like put that exact like same situation into like before they fixed the servers. I bet that shit would just like most of them would crash, like, or at least lag the hell out, like, and just get kicked for lag. Like I don't know. It's great that's happening. I hope it comes to PCEU soon. I wonder if I could notice any improvements because I mainly play PvE. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm thinking of soloing something myself.
Oh, what are you looking into?
Should I solo a dungeon trifecta or just a dungeon?
Yeah, I mean, well, there's some stuff that I haven't done that's like.
I'll do White Gold Tower easy.
Yeah, like those dungeons.
Yeah,
the ones before the Dragon Runs DLC, I haven't done at all.
Solo Marcelok, fuck that.
Marcelok, dude, I have tried that. I was actually really interested.
Oh, you tried Later Marcelok? Fuck that shit.
I tried a lot of it actually. I spent a few days in there, like total playtime. It's fucking difficult, bro. The 3rd boss, I haven't done it yet. And I spent like ages on it. The first 2 bosses are actually pretty difficult as well, but are pretty doable. Then you come to, like, it's fucking long as hell. Like, it takes me 90 minutes to get there. It's fucking hell, dude. And then the 3rd boss is just, it's a really, really hard fight because you need a proper burn setup, like, for the thing. And I was still on my heavy attack build at the time, so I did not have any burst damage. So that's why I couldn't do it. I think I could do it now, but it'd still be really hard because of the ad. The ad... He just fucking kills you, bro. He does not give a shit. Like, he just one-shots you. There's no chance. Like, you need to kite him, to be honest. Like, investing in survivability... Like, this is a fun game with solo stuff as well. At what point do you not invest in survivability anymore and just go full kite damage? Because once, at a certain point, you lose so much damage that, like, you're just a tank.
Okay.
No chance. This is the same way I did... well, I haven't uploaded this because I was still working on it and then gave up because Stone Garden takes forever. But the first boss, hard mode, it's pretty fun, but it's just a kite fight. You take 0 damage during that fight if you solo it. Because he does so much damage to you that investing in so much survivability would make the fight longer than if you just kited it. Which is sort of like I think it's like a math thing. At what point do you not invest in survivability anymore because it loses more damage than just fucking running away and shooting every so often? But that fight is really fun, I think. It just takes really long because it's so fucking high HP, 10 million. You just need to kite him forever and then since the window to bash him is so short, you need to like know exactly when he's gonna do it, and then fucking dodge roll in, bash him, get out instantly because he's gonna heavy attack you and light attack one shot you again. It's a fun fight. It takes too long.
So I have a question. Do you ever play with other people?
Absolutely, yeah. All the time. No, I'm not some fucking freak, bro. Like, I need trial sets. Come on, man.
Bro, I mean, the same thing. You could just pug them, though.
I pug them mostly, but I'm in some servers that like I play with a lot of the same people all the time.
Shit.
I do solo my pledges a lot of the time, though, and.
I was going to say, what if someone asks you for pledges and you're like, oh no, thanks, I'd rather literally do them on my own and play with you?
I do skill color peak solo usually because it's just easier. Like, people are. I mean,
What?
okay, listen.
What do you mean easier?
Okay, listen. I've spent fucking the most amount of time in skill color peak out of anything by far, and I have gotten so good at the hard mode that it's just faster for me to solo it. Like, I pugged it back when my heavy attack build was still a thing, but like. Half the time, everyone just dies, and I end up soloing it anyway. And the bosses aren't any faster, because usually they wipe on the first boss as well, because everyone forgets the mechanics there. And it's just faster, solo. I don't know.
So I mean, wait, how's okay? Let's say they die on first boss, and then they die on last boss. What about the in between? Surely trash is faster. Surely.
Trash is really
Surely
fast.
the other bosses are faster, and they. I mean, it's. Let's say it's still dying, right?
It's also a fun thing.
Well, in a way, they're still dying for you too, in a sense, if they keep dying. So you have more time to damage.
I see your point. I see your point, but on the hard mode, you have no idea, bro. It's so easy to
I have an idea. People die there
right?
all the time. I don't know why, but...
Because the mechanics are pretty difficult, to be fair.
Not really. Okay,
I mean, once you're used to them. But I took... When I first started, I took till like CP 900 till I was able to solo the hard mode, like, and mostly that was just learning the game as well, obviously, because I was like noob. But like the mechanics are easy once you realize them, but they're really overwhelming when you come from, for example, like only base game dungeons or something, because that's a lot of fucking mechanics to keep track of at once.
Okay.
I've helped a lot of people also through the hard mode, like just. To help them get the clear and stuff, and they usually, like, even if I explain the mechanics, they usually take at least like 10 or 20 tries before they understand them. I think it's just overwhelming, like, in terms of mechanics at first. So I see, like, a lot of people also rate the hard mode as one of the most difficult ones, despite it being pretty easy.
Okay.
I think that's just a lack of experience or like practice on that. Like, just first glance, how hard is it? Fucking, really fucking hard, because I couldn't do it, because what the fuck is going on? Type of shit. Like, I don't know. But I think it's not an easy hard mode, per se, but I think it's a... I don't think it's, like, hard, per se, but I don't think it's very easy, either. But especially for pugs. Like, pugging it is, like, sus. I wouldn't pug it.
I mean, surely you're like immune to pugs, though, right? If you're soloing things.
Well, 20% healing to 8% healing does hurt on a lot of
fights. The Ring of Pilder. I mean, true.
It hurts on a lot of fights, although I can get away with it. But at the moment, I am mainly playing in groups because I'm farming gear for my shit.
What gear are you farming?
Well, I recently finished with Base. I also got Sluksan finally, but I still need the daggers. I still need MA, like, completely, Master Architect. And fucking Burning Spellweave, like, every fucking mag set pretty much you can think of.
So you do play with people. That's fascinating.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? I literally played, like, pledges with you a few times, didn't I? Why are you acting like I'm some sort of mystical creature?
Oh, this kind of goes back to our earlier discussion about what solo means.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
In an MMO.
Right. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, because you define it completely differently from how most people define it. Most people in the ESO define solo as, okay, I'm just gonna not really do anything.
Not play with groups.
Well,
which usually implies overlay.
They only usually stick with overlaying content. Dolmens, world events, world bosses, questing, delves. I mean, that's fine. Yeah. Fuck it.
I think when someone says a solo player, most of the time in ESO, they are thinking of solo as in single player. which usually
Yeah.
like you immediately think of like Skyrim, Morrowind.
Right.
Yeah. They're treating it like
That's what like I
say.
think most people define solo player as in, like, you know, that's where it comes from, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just find it fascinating because now there's degrees of what a solo player is.
Yeah.
Just like
Now
how
there's
what the
like fucking
degrees of
skill
endgame
tiers, bro.
is. You know what I mean?
Oh, but maybe this is like endgame solo. How about that?
Endgame solo. Okay, sure.
Hardcore solo.
Hardcore
'Cause-
solo.
Okay, that's cringe. Same as when I said extreme solo. Like, that's just cringe, bro. Shut the fuck up.
What's wrong with extreme solo?
Okay, it's a bit too try hard, you know? Like,
They're starting to sound like categories on adult
Yeah,
websites, aren't they?
yeah. My Discord, my solo Discord has like fucking multiple ranks, bro. Let's fucking go. Although that would be cool, actually. That's also another thing, actually, that I'm really interested in pushing. Have you ever thought about dungeon scores, like a dungeon scoring
I would
system?
love to have
You know,
dungeon
I think
leaderboards.
this is one of the like best things they could do for endgame and in general, like for dungeons.
They could,
Mm.
yeah, I mean,
Like,
for everybody.
honestly, that would be like, especially if you added like rewards at the end, like for weekly scores.
Yeah, if they have some kind of competitive.
That has
like,
so
dungeon
much
thing.
potential. I have
Dungeon
no idea why they
leaderboards.
haven't added
I
it
don't
yet.
know why they have. Yeah, I don't know why. I think
Like,
it's because
it's such an amazing idea to think about.
Yeah.
You know?
they just
They
have this
definitely want me
mentality
to
where
make-
there can't be losers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's the
Yeah.
thing. But
So
in trials, like that happens anyway. Like there's already a
do you
scoring system, and no one cares in trials. Like no one even looks.
Okay,
at the scores.
the problem with the trials. Okay, the problem with these systems right now is that there's no losers. What
Yeah, that's
what do you
true.
get if you're first place on the leaderboard as
Yeah.
opposed to get if you're last place on the leaderboard?
Yeah,
You get
like-
the same
like-
shit. You get the same goddamn
Exactly.
shit.
Like no. You
There's no
you-
losers.
no. You have one thing that is
Okay.
when you get VMA rank 1 score on your class, there will be one guy that says, "Damn, how did he get that score?" and then forget about him for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, that's the
Okay.
like insane recognition you get for rank 1 score.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, they should
Ah.
definitely add some more rewards to it, but I think they should be really careful with it because there's some weirdos there that just
No,
cannot.
they should just.
they-
go all
they
out.
cannot
Fuck it.
lose, bro.
What do you mean weirdos? What are you talking about?
This is
For
like,
dungeon leaderboards?
well, wait, what do you mean? Like, what do you think I mean? What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you mean like where people? Will
I mean,
be,
like
get
people.
really jealous. and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
toxic.
or like they'll be like
That's a
trying
them
to
issue.
make everything equal, like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem, obviously. But like, I don't think. I don't know. I feel like they might need to be careful with that, but maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
no.
There are plenty of those kinds of players in ESO because if
Yeah.
they're coming from Skyrim or whatever.
The thing is, ESOs are very casual games, but I think it could be really good if they pushed it in a more end game direction, like slowly. But
Yeah.
the problem for the ZOS is, in my opinion, that then you'd be pushing away your main like player base,
How so?
even if it's slowly, because like, well, you're putting more resources into like a smaller part of the community, which, yeah, it would probably grow.
No.
But-
See, that's the problem. That's the problem with the perception of it. That's perception.
Alright,
That's
what-
not
what do you-
reality. For example, the card game. You know, some people are saying it took away other shit from them that could have been. You know what I mean? Like, there's this perception where if they add something to the game or do something for a demographic of the game, it's taking away from the other demographics of the game, which I don't think is real.
Hmm.
I don't think it's true at all. You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't have to be, but I think sometimes
that's
it
a
Well,
good
can.
point.
that's perception. That's the problem with it.
That's a good point, I think, and I think that actually holds true a lot of the time. But it's still, I feel like perception could also like be truth through like it could happen just because people think it's true, despite it not being true. You know, because like
Okay.
yeah, I don't know,
Alright.
kind of hard to explain, but yeah.
How about
Like,
you, but,
if everyone like believes something is like happening, then it will happen, even if it wasn't previously. You know, like that type of thing. That could
Well,
be an issue. Like, obviously, I have no fucking clue. Like, this is
if
just pure
we're-
speculation.
If we're talking about like most of the player base, I don't think they'll even know that there's leaderboards if they implement leaderboards.
Yeah, honestly, true.
You know what
I
I
feel
mean?
like, but I feel like it wouldn't really be a problem. Like, and I feel
I don't think
like
there's a problem there either.
I don't know.
And
like,
people were just gonna like
But-
bitch
but
and
why
whine
is-
about
but
it.
why
It's
isn't it
just like,
happening?
what the fuck, man?
I
Like,
feel
who
like
cares?
you'd have obviously some forum whiners, obviously, you know, like Why are they adding scores to
Dude,
dungeons?
who cares about the
This was my fucking last bastion of like peace and defense against the end game. They're TechnikalKO. Now I'm safe nowhere. They're gonna flex their scores against me so hard. I'm going to literally have a heart attack. No, but like no one tryhards dungeons, and it's very sad.
No, there are people who try hard dungeons.
Obviously, there's people, but like there's no world records. Like,
world records? What the fuck? How would you measure the world record? Speed,
highest
right?
score and speedrun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there's no score.
there's scores on the ESO logs. You get like dungeon scores.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
but
those ESO
no
log
one
leaderboards. So
does
stupid.
that, bro.
Who cares?
No one does that.
Who cares?
and they're like, who fuck cares? The fastest skill color peak I saw was like 14 minutes. I'm getting close to that solo at the moment. Like, but shut the fuck up. You can do skill color peak in 8 minutes if you try hard it really hard. I think. Like if you have like ultimate setups, you know, like the things the Burn series, like Hyper and Charles and stuff did, where they pretty much killed every boss in like 8 seconds. I want to see that shit like on every dungeon.
Yeah,
That's
but we need
insane.
a system for that.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's gonna
point
do that.
in
If there's
it.
no point. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like okay,
they,
here's a
they
YouTube
only
video,
did it
you're
now
done.
because like toggle is fun to use.
Yeah.
Like,
So they could do like competitive dungeon stuff. They could they could even like stream it on.
I would
Bethesda.
love.
they
to
literally
host-
did that though. They literally did that
What,
with
what?
you guys.
Okay, that's QuakeCon. That's not.
Okay, that's fair. But they
I want
still
to do
like
an annual dungeon competition starting next year for sure, or something, or this year.
But, like you're gonna organize that? Like
yeah,
the
I want to
trial
try
thing?
it, and I want to ask if
I like
they're
that.
interested.
Can I enter as a solo player?
No. Like I've always wanted to do it.
What if I beat people?
Like a 4-man competition where because it's I think 4-man competition because I was thinking do I want to try like trials or dungeons or / arenas, and I was like fuck trials because dude, organizing 12 people
Yeah, exactly.
alone.
That's another thing.
But then when you're trying to organize multiple teams around that, oh fuck that! Just get the 4 people, you know. Just get the 4 people per team. You know what I mean?
That's another thing in favor of dungeon like stuff. It's much easier to organize a dungeon group than a trial group. Like,
yes.
and like the mechanics are also like generally more easy to get into because like, I mean, for example, I remember with you, like in the olden times, you've talked about this before. You you were looking for a group to do Sanctum Aphidia or something, and no one knew the mechanics, and there was like no guides or something. That's not true anymore, but it's still like a big barrier to entry that you need to know all the mechanics and stuff to even like begin to get into it. And if you only have 3 people that are like other than you that don't know also the mechanics, like it's a lot easier to get into like endgame if the barrier of entry is way lower, which dungeon scores would make a thing, I think.
I mean, if you want to talk about barriers of entry, having 12 people, 1,100 people, that's a barrier of entry right there.
Yeah, dude, like I've even for normal trials, bro, that's fucking hard. Like just getting a group together, fucking hell.
I don't know, shit's fucking. But yeah, I don't know. I want to do that.
It's a bit broken. I think like dungeon scores are one of like the best things. I want that so bad. I want to see how high of a score I can get.
But there is solo content with scores. Like, how do you feel about that? Is it?
I think the problem with those are they've already been completely like min-maxed. Like look at fucking
what, VMA?
VMA. Holy, I mean VMA is fucking fun to look at, but it's super long. Like I don't know, and the dungeons are more interesting because they have you like thinking about it a lot, and solo arenas are made for solo, which is like, I don't know, it sounds kind of weird, but it's more boring because it's meant to be clearable for like most people, you know. It's designed to be easier. I mean, look at fucking Kvix's world record. I don't know if I said that name right, but look at his world record. He doesn't even fucking care about anything. Like he's hard burning everything. He's one-shotting everything. Even I need a different setup for every trash fight, just to survive and kill them in a decent manner of time. Like, and those trash packs usually take like 20 seconds to even like a minute or two. Like fucking depending on the fight, you know. Like it's way more interesting to me, those types of things. And also arenas, the whole format to me is kind of boring because you have to wait a lot of time for the bosses. You can't you can't speed it up through individual skill either. Like, I mean, you can to an extent, but 3 seconds between every spawn, and you one-shot everything. It is mostly waiting. Like, yeah, you can memorize all the spawns and put fucking portals and shit down, but like, I don't know. That's kind of boring to me. It's more like it feels more like you're abusing the content than you fighting through the content. You know, at that point, which is impressive in and of itself. Like, I fucking love looking at that shit, but I wouldn't want to do it personally. I think.
Do you think Zos cares about like solos?
Don't think so at all.
Like, you know what I mean?
Other than maybe like if I do something a bit too sus.
Well, what I mean is, do you think they want people to not be able to solo shit?
I think
like vet DLC dungeons.
The thing is, this is really weird, right? Because you can enter the dungeons in it like as a solo player, right? Like you can just port in. So like they've made that a thing, like that is possible, and they also like have a lot of YouTubers that make solo builds and stuff, and those are getting like massive views, you know, like, and they can solo like veteran base game dungeons, which I mean it's not challenging, but it's definitely cool, you know, like thinking about that as a like if you play like normally. So I don't know if they endorse it. I don't think they do, but they're not like actively prohibiting it, I think, at all. So I don't think they really like care too much. I think they're fine with the way it is. Although they're definitely adding more stuff into the newer dungeons that makes it like rather hard to solo. But I think that's just them trying to keep up with power creep as well, because like Jesus fucking Christ, like.
Yeah, there's definitely like a market for that, the solo players that want to be able to do more content. I mean, like these solo builds that YouTubers make, they're not just for questing. They're for
they're definitely for like they're definitely for like soloing harder content as well. I browsed the Loraden of ESOU a bunch of times as well, because it's pretty fun to read. I mean, fun. Yeah. I mean, fun. No, wait, what the fuck? Anyway, I see a lot of people like doing like solo stuff, and I think that's really cool. Like, there's a lot of people asking about like which dungeons can be soloed, which fucking like I just soloed this fucking dungeon and I'm super proud of it. I think that's cool as fuck. I think they should definitely capitalize on it. Although when I posted my Trifecta, it got very little upvotes, but that's probably because I had a shit title.
It reminds me of that copy pasta where it was like, there's 791,046 people in the subreddit, yet I did not get 791,046 upvotes.
I have not heard that one. I would have to see that one. I also think about the... Is
there an issue? Is there a bug?
I also think about the one where it's like... Where someone's like flexing their Fang Layer solo hard mode against like a God Slayer. Like, you probably got carried through the content and stole your build. I had to innovate. And solo Fang Layer hard mode is probably infinitely times more difficult than your God Slayer title. Fucking hell, you had like 12 people to do it. Fuck. You probably got carried through it, even.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
I like that copy paste. That one's funny.
Jesus.
That's me, by the way. Like, I was the original writer.
Knew it.
What's your opinion on copy pastas?
I think they're fucking funny, but a lot of ESO players don't get them, and they like think they're serious and stuff. Which makes it ironically even more funny.
Yeah. Actually, you know, a lot of the copy pasta is like legit. Like, people mean that shit.
Like, half of the people, 90% of those copy pastas are like unironic, just people.
Like
saying
the
that
Lulu
stuff.
one is real.
Yeah, the
Kanye
dungeon.
Used abuse or whatever.
Oh, man. What happened with your forum dread, though?
I'm pretty sure it like got the highest views and comments out of anything in the PTS cycle, but they didn't address it later, other than they nerfed one more heavy attack set, which was irrelevant anyway. Oh, dude, this is something I want to say. Like, dude, like, at least change the set bonus to be like decent. Fucking hell, like, it's trash right now. You have no reason to use Undaunted, Unweaver, and Integrator, which kind of sad, because I have those sets golded out, like multiple sets of them.
No, I mean, they've got more hybridization now. Have they not become even a
No,
slightly-
they're trash. They're dog shit. Like they
What,
add
the
a
heavy attack sets?
Yeah, the heavy.
Yeah,
attack
yeah, it's complete.
and the
dog
thing
shit.
is, but the thing is, like, they're not complete on them because Infallible Aether still has a flat stat bonus on it, and Stormmaster, like the Tempest Island one, also has pretty much the same flat stat bonus on it. It's still a flat stat bonus. Why didn't they change those either? I don't know. Like, it's weird.
I think they have their own metrics and seeing like what sets people are
The
using
thing is,
and why
those
they're
two
using
sets, those two sets can hit the same DPS.
Okay.
It's just that Stormmaster is a
But no
bitch
one-
to use because it has a 50% crit, like a proc chance on critting, which is.
But no one uses IA or Stormmaster really anymore.
VXP Lord does. I actually have seen a lot of people use that.
Jesus Christ.
Like I don't
Yeah,
know,
the other half of the solo community does it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the solo community. I like to talk about it a lot.
Okay. But like,
No, but
yeah, I mean, compared
I
to like
see a
Undaunted
number.
Infiltrator / Unweaver, right? It's like,
it's easier to use those two sets because their proc chance are guaranteed. The other one is like a flat stat bonus that's really fucking low, and the only reason it like keeps up is because it has Minor Slayer and gives 100% uptime on Minor Vulnerability, which you get anyway from heavy attacking because it's shock damage.
what I mean is like, so you're suggesting people who got their heavy attack sets nerfed go for those two sets?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's
Okay.
it's the next best option because it gets about the same DPS, except you'll be really tilted whenever you don't crit 10 times in a row in a like 1 minute fight where you have 10% uptime on Stormmaster, which is most of your damage. Because the proc chance is so shit, bro. It's so sad. I actually farmed that set, and like as soon as I started using it, I was like, "Oh no, fuck heavy attack sets. They're no longer good enough to use anymore for any sort of like gameplay. It's just too inconsistent." But yeah, I feel like they should like at least try a little harder with the. If you're gonna nerf something, fucking don't make the like budget cheap version of it like the next best option, so you force everyone to use that. Kind of sad.
No, the heavy attack set should. I think part of the reason too, maybe they want people to use those sets.
I think they. I have like a
Because
theory
why is
that
Undaunted Infiltrator popular, right? Because the content creators like Zynode, right?
Yeah, Zynode. He promotes. Dude, that's the thing that pissed me off the most.
What?
I was watching his stream on the patch notes, and
Yeah.
when he got to fucking Undaunted Infiltrator and Unweaver nerfs, he was like, "Yeah, that's a buff. Don't need to say anything." More. I don't know. That shit pissed me off so much.
What do you mean? Like, what?
Because it's a nerf.
Oh, he said it's a
just-
buff. Okay.
He's just
well.
screwing everyone over, and everyone listens to him. Like, so he's just screwing everyone over. Like, I mean, the sets still get probably pretty much the same DPS at a certain level. Like, it's just annoying. I
I
think
don't think most people would know this.
but I have a theory. I think they meant to buff those sets.
You
but they
think
accidentally
meant to
nerfed
buff
them.
it. There's no goddamn way.
No. But like,
There's no
The-
goddamn way.
I think they had no clue how the damage was being dealt with those sets, because it was a really weird like stacking mechanism. Which, I still don't even know the math behind it, but you got like 36k fucking heavy attack crits solo. I could get up to like 70k like ticks on the lightning one when I was like parsing on the 21 mil.
No, I think they definitely meant it as nerfs.
And
dude.
and now on the 21 mil, the highest you can get with a like single tick is like maybe 45k ish. That's a massive nerf. But now they're like promoting, like they're saying heavy attack build users like in the last patch notes. I think at some point they mentioned that they wanted to like help them with the crystal weapon thing. That was it. They like said something about it. I don't know. So they're definitely like don't want heavy attack sets to be like bad. I think they just failed at it miserably because they had no idea how the damage was
But why would they
calculated.
nerf it then?
Because they thought they were buffing it. by
No,
making
there's
it
no
a spell damage
goddamn
on it.
way they were buffing it. What
I
the fuck?
think they
There's
thought
no
they
way.
were buffing it, and they'll never accept it though. They'll never admit it.
There's
no way to find out.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I
Say
don't
what
know.
you will
But
about them, but they.
I don't really care anyway because
You
I'm
got
not
the
a heavy
numbers.
attack build user. I'm not a filthy heavy attack build user.
But you were heavy attacking
Not
for your skill
anymore.
color.
That's
Trifecta.
true. Twice, and also Fang Layer. But now I'm reformed.
Okay.
Now I don't use troll sets anymore.
You wanna talk about anything else? We can talk about whatever.
I was
Yeah.
It's been. I mean, it's been a few weeks since our last podcast. I mean, in ESO, the PTS. Have you guys been checking out PTS?
I was going to say, how do you
PTS,
feel about the
right?
PTS? Because I was thinking, do you reckon that like one bar setup?
The one
might be
bar
good for
setup.
solos?
I think the only time the one bar setup
one-bar
would be good for solo is if you are like Templar or any class that has self-healing, like in their kits, because you can't use pale order. And even with self-healing in your kit, that has like a pretty hard limit, you know? Like Templar, you need to be spamming jabs 24/7. Like if you stop spamming jabs in a hard fight, you are dead instantly. Because like a lot of like the harder fights solo are defined by heavy dots that you need to heal through. And without pale order, that is really hard. Like I've tried it. In a few of my setups, I don't use pale order, but that's only on trash because there's no like dots. You pretty much, in my opinion, like pale order, you just have to use it even on like classes that have self heal. If you want to do any really difficult solo content, it's just too much damage. It's just so much goddamn damage.
Yeah.
Even in dungeons that are considered low damage.
What about like a Nightblade with Swallow Soul or even Funnel Health or something? Like
the thing is, you need to like when you are reapplying dots and stuff, you don't get any healing anymore. And if you're on your like reapply dot phase while you need healing, you're fucking dead. So like, and if you like interrupt your rotation, you lose a lot of damage. So like using pale order, it's not a big DPS loss at all. Like on the dummy, my current setup can reach 70k DPS, like the 6 mil one. With pale order on, so like it's not a DPS loss, I think, in my opinion. I'd say it's a DPS like gain because you don't have to worry about self healing at all anymore. Other than like pale order, it's automatic. You don't need any abilities for it. You don't need shields almost, except if you're like trying to get it clear. I would recommend a self heal, or not a self heal, a shield. But like if you're just trying to like speed run something solo, like you don't need resist buffs, you don't need fucking anything. You can just use pale order, and as long as something doesn't kill you in one shot, you are golden. That's how I do most of the base game, like DLC dungeons. Like, just fucking parse on the boss, you win.
Do you use pale order when you're in like VMA and stuff? Because I tend to use the Death Dealer's Fate.
Yeah, the thing is, in pale order, it sucks. I did use pale order in VMA, but the enemies are so low health that you barely get any value out of it if you have high damage, and it's only really good on the bosses, I'd say. So I think a class with self healing is definitely way better in VMA, but just as that is like for base game dungeons, if you were to like say speed run them, which class would be the best? It would probably be Templar. Although actually Templar got fucked in the last patch, so or on High Isle at least. So I don't know if it's Templar. But Templar has a lot of self-heal. Sorc as well. Sorc is pretty good. Although it's only single target, so you kind of... I mean, it's not only single target.
No, you can use like
they're strong single targets. So if you need a lot of cleave in a fight, for example, I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing this without pale order, but the Fanglair second boss, you need a lot of cleave if you want to like do good in that fight, in my opinion, because then you can make the stop damage phase way less active if you can kill both the boss and the Singe Tiger at the same time. Like having a lot of cleave is super fucking good for solo, in my opinion.
I think just with Force Pulse should be enough.
No, it's trash.
Oh really?
You need some mad AoE if there's any cleave you need. Like I use Talons, fucking Breath, like a lot of AoE skills I use to just get like the proper amount of cleave. Force Pulse is, you'd think it's good, but it's really kind of ineffective once you start getting it against higher health targets. Doesn't really do much damage, and it's also got like a condition where you can't... I mean, you're not going to have 100% uptime on status effect solo, like, no shot.
Really? Even with like blockade and stuff? It usually puts burning.
Yeah, it does, but it's not always 100%, and also your positioning, it can't be like perfect at all times either. Like, you have to fucking kite a lot. So, yeah, I don't know. I almost never see Force Pulse doing much cleave damage at all. Maybe on some low health trash that I need to like do from range, but that's random, you know? Like, that's the only time where I really see the Force Pulse Cleave come in. It's not that good. Although, I don't do base game dungeons, like, very often. So, it's probably better in base game dungeons. Because there you can just parse.
Yeah. I mean,
although the problem with that is, like, why would you go ranged if you're, like... if you can just parse? That's the problem. That's why I almost never use Force Pulse.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, Nightblade and Sork don't have the best spammables, really.
Yeah, I mean, they're good for healing, but...
yeah.
They're only, like, single target and shit. Like, it's not amazing. Yeah, I don't know.
How do you feel, right, if you're a solo player, how do you feel about, like, achievement hunting? Because that's quite a solo issue as well.
I think it's interesting. I mean, that's what I was doing for most of the time, actually, like, just hunting the trifectas, obviously. But I also did other achievements.
Yeah, like the fishing, or scamp hunting in IC.
Like that sort of stuff? No, I'm not interested. I was thinking, like, dungeon-specific achievements. I'm not very interested in achievements, personally, like... especially like Master Angler. Who the fuck is Master Angler? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong with Master Angler?
You're just fishing.
Yeah, so...
okay, I mean, fairly chill, I guess. True. I like that high-octane gameplay, you know? Like,
I like some risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I want to die over and over and over and over and over and over again for 12 hours in Moonhunter Keep. With the fear of losing my instance 5 minutes after I leave the instance, so I need to stay there, otherwise I have to go through like 120 minutes of doing everything beforehand as well. It's great. I love it.
There's still risk.
What?
What? What's the risk in fishing?
Okay.
I see.
Well, it's like a gamble.
I mean, IC is definitely one example, alright?
Okay, yeah, but that's pretty
but
easy
also,
to be fair, like this.
But also the fact that you're sacrificing your time to fish in order to get a chance of what? A perfect row? A chance of it, not even guaranteed of it. That's...
I wouldn't really call that like...
a risk.
It's not a risk, it's a gamble.
That's a risk.
Risk of losing your job because you're only fishing in ESOU? No flame to any Master Anglers. Massive respect. I couldn't do that shit, bro. I was fishing for stranglers. Bro, I was almost dead by the end of that, and that only took like 40 minutes. Holy I can't fish. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm dumb and stupid. But yeah, achievement hunting, not... except I like impressive achievements. For example, like trial trifectas and stuff. Those are cool. I might want to get one of those when I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of want Planesbreaker, you know? Cool title.
That's still quite tough, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Precious. Yeah.
I mean, I've been spending a lot of time in VRG, and it's actually pretty fun, to be honest.
You like VRG?
I'm a VRG enjoyer, you know?
I think you'll like the next trial more. I'm liking the next trial more than Rockgrove, personally. It's just more engaging.
Yeah, like
I have not seen it at all. I haven't actually even like watched any of it, to be honest. Like,
what, spoilers? You don't like spoilers?
No. I just I mean, dude, I love spoilers. Like, for some reason, even when I'm like fucking reading something, I just randomly skip to the end of the...
What the fuck? Why?
and just read a few lines and you know, damn, what the fuck? I mean, it makes me more excited for what's coming, you know?
What?
I don't know, it's really weird. Everyone always fucking...
Apparently that is the thing, like spoilers do actually make you enjoy it more.
I mean,
think about it this way, right? How the fuck do you even get into something in the first place? Like, you need to see spoilers for it. I mean, I'm talking about series, obviously, and stuff, like books and shit. Like, you need to see some sort of thing that makes you interested in it. For me, I have that a bit more for me to get me interested in something. Like, I just need a bit more, I guess. I don't know. It makes sense in my opinion. Although, like, obviously, I don't like fucking massive spoilers. Like, X dies, fucking this does what, and like, bro, what am I even reading anymore? But I do like myself some decent big spoilers to get me like more excited to like read something, for example.
Yeah.
Harry Potter kills Gandalf.
Wait, what?
I was reading that.
Alright. I would love to tell you guys about PAX. I don't know if I told Ollie anything about PAX.
I've not heard about PAX.
I
thought what goes on at PAX stays at PAX.
So
I heard.
Not really.
No.
I watched your video.
You watched my video where I was
you sounded high as fuck or something.
Dude,
I don't know.
I was probably high. I was high yesterday. Anyway.
Okay, dude.
Naughty.
So like, so the video goes into how I won a graphics card and met Skyrim Grandma while I was high. I was high winning that graphics card, and I was high meeting Skyrim Grandma. I was pretty high. It was so surreal, dude. It was so surreal. That's it. That's the surreal experience. That's it.
Yeah, that was probably why I stopped watching the video instantly, because it was fucking surreal. like you're just fucking mumbling through this shit. Like,
dude, I wasn't mumbling at all, dude.
Alright. I'm okay. You sound like you're permanently mumbling, though, to be fair.
Alright. But for real, it's such a surreal experience. Meeting, like, you know, like, meeting people. Dude, I met PvPers, dude. And I met... We didn't PvP, unfortunately. We should have PvP'd.
You should have PvP'd.
In real life. I also met like a guy Rayway like years ago. That shit's trippy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've
trippy. Never actually gone to an in-person event, like, with
really?
gamers, yeah. I started, like, getting good at Overwatch right as, like, the pandemic started, you know? So I never got to any LANs. Like, LAN tournaments and stuff. So, very sad. There was one recently, like, with, like, pretty much everyone I fucking know. And I was kind of like, I saw the pictures of it and I was like, damn, that would have been fun as fuck if I was still playing Overwatch. Holy shit. I think they should do that for ESO. Can we have ESO eSports?
I kind of want to do something like that for dungeons.
Yeah, I think dungeons would be cool. Who's the rank 1 dungeon players?
Me.
I highly doubt that.
Surely it's got to be me.
Surely.
What track records?
Damn, what's your track record on fucking Fungal 1, bro?
Only 3 wipes on last boss?
Okay, geez, this guy's serious. Okay, calm down, everyone.
Killed a goblin.
No, shut.
I need to make a solo build for dungeons.
You need some help with that?
Dude, I don't know. What are we gonna duo, dude? What's going on here?
Yeah, when are we gonna do
duo? What would that look like, though? Ollie, what would that look like, Ollie?
I think it's full invest into like full support.
What
and
is it?
DPS.
1 tank, 1 DPS for duo?
Yeah, that's definitely it. That's definitely.
Wow, when I did Dragonstar Arena duo, this was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay,
it was two pet sorks.
I mean, honestly, I've actually thought about this a bunch of times. I think for some dungeons or trials, even you could get away with like relatively like 2 relatively tanky like solo builds, which is what I have. But for others, for example, like Trudinius or something, you'd go like 1 full DPS, 1 full tank, because there's no chance you can invest in any survivability at that point. And that's true for a lot of like veteran trials as well, if you wanted to do those.
Yeah,
like,
Well, we just
like a cutoff
gambled on the sork pets, like tanking enough stuff that we didn't take so much damage and we could do full DPS.
Also, the first boss on Halls of Fabrication, for example, I tried to solo that yesterday because I couldn't find any pugs for Master Architect, and I was like, damn, maybe I could do the first boss. And I got pretty far, but I thought about it, like, if you were to duo this, you wouldn't go 1 tank, 1 DPS. You would go 2, like, DPS, because you need to split them, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting to think about. I think duoing content is also pretty interesting. Like, same way as soloing is interesting, because you have to, like, still, like, problem solve a lot of the time. So, yeah. That sort of stuff could be fun. Let's duo True Genius.
That...
be fun.
Whoa, that's probably...
Pretty sure it's been done, actually. Or was it 3 DPS? I don't know.
There was a duo Unchained, right?
Yeah.
So, probably possible with True Genius.
I've actually never... dude, I've spent, like, hundreds of hours in BRP, but I've never made it past round 2. I literally have never done BRP.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I think you would love soloing BRP, or duoing BRP, because that shit is probably, you know...
Yeah, I don't want to brag,
it's much more fast-paced.
I've accidentally gotten to round 2 veteran BRP once.
Okay, cool.
When I didn't realize I put it on veteran while I was farming, you know. pretty chill. Quite impressive for me. I didn't even notice. That's how weak the ads were, or how powerful I was, actually. My power level exceeds their imagination, even. But that's no big deal to me, though, obviously.
How many channel points?
How many channel points do I have?
How many champion points have you got?
How many champion points? I actually play on both NA and EU, and I am CP 1500 on EU, and on NA I am 1200. I'm 1300 on NA now.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Oh my godverdomme.
What's off the what?
What? It means like goddammit, basically.
Oh, okay.
It actually literally translates to goddammit. It's just a bit more vulgar.
Stroopwafel.
I like those, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that that pronunciation though.
Translates to.
I don't know either.
You want to talk about anything else while you're here? What did you say, Ollie?
There's a TwitchCon in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Oh yeah, true. Better not show my face there, Jesus.
You want to talk about anything else while you're here, Lux? Anything you always want to talk to about?
Can I get a loan of 10 million gold?
No, I'm kidding.
10 mil? That's true. That's nothing.
On EU? Yeah, sure, it's nothing on EU. On NA, it's still good.
No.
You know.
Really?
Sorry, we're not inflated as you guys. As inflated as you guys.
So I actually have a massive gold problem on fucking like I have 30 mil on NA and I have like 3 mil on EU. Because
we can do some swaps if you want.
Yo, nice. Let's go. I wouldn't mind actually.
Yeah, I can do like a 10 mil.
That's another actually interesting thing. The reason why I'm so wealthy on NA, why my riches are beyond comprehension, is also because of my solo build. Very smart. In Imperial City, during the event, I farmed the IC bosses solo, which means I got all of the loot, and I had like a specific build for it. It was still a heavy attack build, but like it was like optimized for just in and out, fucking get the fucking boss, get out, fucking just full farming them. And I just farmed PAI stabs the whole event. It was beautiful. Like, and you can make a lot of money, I think, if you're like soloing as well. In some ways. Obviously not nearly as much as if you're just doing carry runs, but there's some opportunities there. It's pretty interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
We got some questions. Why did Luck leave eSports?
eSports left him.
Yeah, true. Overwatch updates left me. I got fucking... Well, my main hero was out of the meta forever, and that was right around the time that Overwatch stopped getting updated. So you can imagine what happens next. My hero wasn't meta for 2 years in a row.
You know why?
And
because Blizzard employees are too busy stealing breast milk from their fridge.
That's true, I've heard about that. Quite concerning.
Yeah, what is that shit, dude? Like,
bro, that shit is so wacky. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, what were they doing, dude? Jesus Christ.
Also, I wouldn't even be surprised if that's just like an isolated incident that wasn't even related to the fucking... that wasn't even related to like the culture they had there. I mean, maybe a little bit, but like... I wouldn't be surprised if that's like fucking just some fucking dude being absolutely fucking mental. Anyway, like, yeah, but I got into a Contenders team, which is like the highest tier is Overwatch League, and Contenders comes after that. And I got into a team because I was like scouted out because of my crazy Lucio skills. Sheesh. And but then I got into the team, and then like Lucio just dropped out of the meta immediately, and I pretty much never got any playtime after that. And I was like, that was at like the height of my fucking skill. I was like nutcase. I was so fucking good. But no one could find out because I had to play Brigitte, which I'm trash at. So I never saw any playtime, and then like I got eventually the team kind of like they rebranded to being French, and then I left. Lol. Not because they were French or anything.
Let's see.
Then I joined. I mean, I did try again after that. I joined a like lower tier team with a bunch of friends, but after that, like, we failed to get into like the qualifiers a bunch of times. It was still fun, but like the game never got fucking updated. Lucio still was never meta, and then I just lost interest. And then my friend was like, "Hey, you want to play ESO?" And I was like, "Ah, fuck it, whatever." I played it in 2018, and I wasn't really interested in it. I got to like level 20, and then GG. Gone. I actually remember exactly when I was playing, because I remember like I was in fucking like Knarthy's Roost or something, and I saw a lot of CP 790 players running around. And later, like when I started playing again, like this year and like last year and stuff, I actually looked up, was CP 790 the limit back then? And yeah, it was. Apparently they fucking did, like, they upped the CP limit by 30 every so often, so I could know exactly when I played.
Yeah, yeah. It was like 500 and then like 810 or something.
Yeah, it limited at 810, so I got there right at like 790.
Yeah. You could earn more, and like with add-ons, you could see how many people it got, but you could only spend 810.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like the game back then was a bit less appealing. That's probably why I didn't get into it, although I was probably also mainly just more into Overwatch than that point, so I didn't really have time to fucking spend 10,000 hours in MMO, you know?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on undermaning trials? Does it interest you? It's a huge scene in other
like
games and absent in ESO, i.e. for
like
6 players Sunspore armor clear. What do you like that idea?
Because it's like, it's making something that's challenging even more challenging, and just fucking dick measuring, and I like that. Just fucking flexing your pure skill, basically. Like that's how good we are. We don't even need six extra people.
I used to do 4-person Sanctum back in the day.
Yeah, like that shit's fun as fuck. That's it's pretty much the same thing as like soloing, to be honest. It's just like soloing is like
better,
different in a way, because it's like you're completely alone, so it's like feels like a different game. But like undermanning stuff, it's essentially the same principle. Like you're making something like harder and possibly even like doing things unintended the way they were supposed to be done, which makes it more difficult, which makes it more prestigious to clear or even do achievements on. I want to see a fucking like less than 12-man Planesbreaker one day, bro. I mean, isn't that a thing actually with like carries? 11-man Planesbreaker.
Kind of, yeah. Sometimes they have like a. I
really want to see.
Now because you get like pulled in or whatever.
Yeah, you get pulled in. That sucks so much, because I was really interested in selling like skill color peak carries, just like the hard mode, maybe even the Trifecta. But they just get fucking pulled in. Fuck this shit, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do now? Explain the mechanics? We just might as well duo it. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I know. For some, you can do like hard mode carries if you just leave them dead or whatever.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can tell them to like get in to when I'm about to clear the hard mode. Like I can just be in the voice and like be in the group with them, but not have them in the instance. And then when Zana's on like maybe 10% or something, I can tell them like, yeah, you can join. I recommend. And then they get ported in, and then they're like at 2% fucking last boss, and then I can just kill it, and then they get the hard mode clear. I think that could work, but that's a bit weird, you know?
Yeah, maybe. Although, do they not need to like get cleared for the other bosses? No?
For the hard mode exclusively, like it's just.
Oh yeah, sure.
Defeat X after raising the scroll. I'm pretty sure that's what the achievement.
But for like the triples, do they have to?
Yeah, Trifecta. I think so. Although I haven't tried this yet. I don't know if any like carry discords want to try this, but like. What if you have the person like do that, except with every boss, like just enter in right at the end of the fight, so it's like easier.
And then
and then port back out when the boss is like this. Because I'm pretty sure you only need to be there for the like boss kill. Because imagine this, right? What if you do a? Because I had a like, I did a pledge. This is where I started thinking about this. I did a pledge, and I like joined in on like a backfill, basically, like. And they were at the at the first boss that needed to be killed according to the like pledge, right?
Yeah.
And right as I joined, they killed it, and I still got the thing, and I was like, "Damn, wait, couldn't you do that with like Trifectas as well?" Like, I feel like that could work, to be honest.
Maybe.
The power creep's so high as it is, I can see 8-man trials. Do you think it'd be any like different really from 12? I guess.
Honestly, not that much, because at a certain point you start to like pretty much have everything you
I
need.
guess it'd be like 2 patches ago instead of now.
It'll just be a slower fight, I think.
Yeah, it's just whatever. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. If Raze don't fill, fuck it. Just do it.
Yeah,
with 8
I mean,
people.
I've legit thought about that. Like, why do we need 12 people, bro? Like, when we're like, when I'm like pugging and they're all like waiting at trash for one guy, I'm like, bro, we can do this in like, I can do this solo. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Well, I do that on PTS, like, you know, first day PTS when people haven't installed it.
do
yet,
a bunch of fucking like
in.
pools with less than 10 people or less than 12 people. It's pretty interesting to me.
Yeah.
What rewards would you like to see implemented for solo trifecta runs?
Ooh, give me like a unique mount, but that'll never come, bro. I mean, I would love rewards, but me being fully realistic, no chance they're ever gonna like encourage this stuff because it's like, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely not intended to be done like a trial would be. I wouldn't say Skill Color Peak or Fanglair or hard like Trifecta would be like as difficult as, for example, Planesbreaker, but it's a different type of difficult. I don't know if they deserve the same reward, you know, like, and also like most people, I don't know. It's like would just never be able to do that, which is a common argument like casuals use, like, oh well, why would you add that into it? I'm never gonna be able to do that. But I think that like solo play that's has such a low population, no one's ever gonna get those rewards except for me. And maybe like some other people that also try it, like 10 maybe if I'm lucky.
Yeah. But I think like having better leaderboard rewards.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
would be good for
I would
everyone.
love dungeon leaderboards. That's like the #1 thing I want, because I wanna have like official like logs of, yeah, I got X amount of score on Skill Color Peak without fucking 3 people solo, easy clap.
Yeah.
I also honestly kind of want to like, if there's ever any more like interest like in solo stuff, the stuff that I do, I might set up like a community for it, but I don't know, bro. Like that's way into the future because I'm literally alone right now, Sag.
50%.
No, that pretty sure that guy just plays Elden Ring now, but
Oh.
I'm actually curious. What is he doing right now?
Oh my god.
You've pushed him out with your toxicity.
I have, bro. Let's fucking go.
A 2-man arena. That'd be nice.
Yeah, like that.
Like you have to press the 2 things at the same time to like save each other or some shit. I don't know, or like
Yeah, I think
wipe
2-man
or, like,
arenas could be cool.
continue. Or something.
I just want dungeon leaderboards and scores, bro.
Dungeon leaderboards. That'd be nice, dude.
I want to see like I want to see what people could like do when pushed.
Right.
Like, cause think about it. What? No one fucking knows any like speedrun super strats on dungeons because no one cares. Like you have to figure that shit out for yourself. And there's a lot of content that's like old, but no one's like pushed to the limit, you know. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And if there's an incentive for that, that would be like
Unless
that would make
there's
a
chair
lot of
in it,
content.
I'm not bothered. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want more.
Yeah,
leaderboards.
like I mean, I've thought about this. You could probably set up a speedrun.com or some shit for that, but that's different, you know. That's like external,
That's got to be
third
an
party.
expensive URL though. Speedrun.
I don't know. Like how the fuck?
It's,
I mean, you can set up like personal stuff. Like I used to
Really is.
speedrun Minecraft's parkour, and there was this one server and they had a fucking speedrun.com page. Like, come on, man, shouldn't be that hard.
Oh my god.
16-man trial. No.
Let's fucking go.
24-man trial, 40-man, like the old
24-man. Honestly,
I wanna see 40 man.
I think 24 mans would work. For real. Because so many raids overlap, right now?
True.
So 24 mans could work. But I don't see it happening anytime soon.
It's also like, there's already trouble filling up like 12 people runs.
Well, okay,
they
now
need,
is
like,
that...
a raid
except
finder and
for-
stuff.
The problem is twofold. The first problem is obviously population, right? And slash
Yeah,
people
population. There's
able
not.
or willing. But the second part of that is other teams existing. So if you double the amount of people needed for a raid, like 12 to 24, what you're essentially doing is you're combining teams.
Yeah, true. Like right now, there's already a lot of overlap in EU.
So
and
that
stuff.
could work, I think.
Mm.
For sure. This is going to be really hard for the beginners.
Yeah, like this. This is what I'm thinking. Like, what incentive does DOS have to ever make such a dungeon?
Nothing.
Or like, not dungeon.
I would not want to
like,
see that.
There's no shot
It
more
would have
than
to be
like.
something like really special. Like let's say in the last year of development, they say, okay, guys, we're gonna make a 24-man trial just for the last year of ESO, and then it's like I don't know, one team is on the right arm of the boss, and the other team is on the left arm of the boss, and then blah blah blah.
What? There's gonna be a single boss? Don't make me laugh. There's gonna be fucking 8 bosses, bro. Shut the fuck at once. What? You don't have 8 tanks in your trial? Oh fuck! Wait, if you add more tanks, that's gonna be even worse.
Yeah. They could
Imagine
just like
having
double
8
it,
tanks.
right? So, like,
Dude,
imagine
imagine a trial where you actually like have 24 people and you need like 6 tanks, bro. That would be so cool.
Yeah. I mean, World of Warcraft, yeah, you'd have like 1 main tank and then about 3 off tanks taking different groups of arrows.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool.
Alright. Does anyone have any questions for Luck before we wrap up?
Nah, I'm fucking uninteresting, bro.
What?
How would you feel about doing a Godslayer with a split? So you kill
Split.
ice and fire at the same time.
Oh, I love that idea.
Oh.
Can I join?
Sure,
I like that.
6?
Dude,
really?
that-
You think? Wait, how would that work though?
I think that's possible.
No. How would that work? Like, let's say.
Oh shit, they'd pull each other in.
Yeah, like how would that work?
Dude, why you stop?
Wait, how would that work?
Work?
Like, if let's say you pull at the exact same time. Like,
I have
which group
tried
pulls
this.
in which group?
Maybe they both, if they both get pulled,
They both
then they just
like
swap, right?
swap.
Yeah. Wait, that's so smart. Wait, wouldn't they just get in a like cycle of pulling each other?
I don't know,
Because
dude.
they're
I want
just-
to
when you
try it
get
now.
pulled-
I want to try it now.
Yeah. Any triers here? You can't try it like solo because
I want to try it.
those trash packs, bro.
Dude, I want to try it now.
Nightmares.
Let's try it. Let's fucking try it.
Let's fucking try it live.
Let's fucking try it. It's 6. Like not to like do it, but just to see what happens.
Yeah, like,
but,
is it even possible? You know, what happens if you do like Vast plus 0, like split up on the minis?
nothing, because they're in the same area technically.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But like the Yona and fucking shit are also in the same area technically.
No, not really.
Or are they like? I mean, they're not a separate instance. You can see them from like where.
I know,
they're at.
but like
They
they're
get,
separated.
like, a wall around them, don't
There's
they?
there's
Yeah,
doors.
there
and
is
shit,
a
there's loading
wall.
screens.
Yeah.
Whereas in VAS on top of the asylum,
Yeah, it's
where
just
Olmos
all
is,
the
it's
same
just the same
instance
space.
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to try it. Like, there's no way to know unless you try
I think we should try.
Sure.
on NA. Or...
I'm down for whichever fucking
EU, Kaya. Come on,
I think
don't
we're
have
more.
any name.
I think we're more powerful in EU together now.
more powerful in EU. Cage.
Yeah.
Better ping.
Better ping. True. More sets. More CP.
Brilliant.
There are no load screens between Yol and Locus.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
the thing is,
true.
yeah, that's what
You
I
can jump
fucking
down
meant.
this
Well, I meant
What did
like
you
on
think
the
I meant?
way, like from trash to them. There's loading screens / doors.
Oh, from trash, yeah, but like in between them, like the area where the chest.
It is
are and
open. Yeah,
stuff,
true.
like-
It is open, but then
There's no-
still
there's-
like how would it
And
work?
you can see the bosses from like.
Yeah, I
where
know, I
they
know,
are.
I know you can, but how would it work?
I wonder if you could stamp. No.
Stampede Yolem Crit for Locus.
I was thinking like stampede to
No,
nothing.
it's far away. It's far away.
Yeah, I
You can
know,
see it,
but-
but you can, you know.
Ah, dude, can they please like just fucking make a bug where Stampede has infinite range?
Well, sometimes if you like drink a potion or do a heavy attack, then all the stuff goes a bit weird. Like
Yeah.
it used to be back in the day when you were tanking and chains didn't work. If you drank a potion or did a heavy attack, you could chain stuff off
what?
of ledges.
Really? Okay, that's weird. This is what I mean with like you can do anything in this game, even the things that aren't not intended. Like if the fucking like if you try hard enough, I'm pretty sure you can literally just do fucking anything in this game, I swear.
Hmm.
Just need a fucking like AI to brute force every possible thing you can possibly do. Simulate it, you know.
Dear. Okay. if we drained the content barrel dry.
I think we have, not gonna lie.
Content dry. There's always content to be found.
Where do we find you, Lux?
Me?
If we want to
On
follow
YouTube.
you.
He's on YouTube.
What the
IRL.
fuck?
You can
Oh,
see.
IRL. Yeah, I was thinking IRL. What the fuck are you talking about?
Where do you live? If people want to.
Well, I mean,
content.
to be honest, I'm getting like fucking live doxed on my Likopedia page. Like my real name and shit is in there. But
Oh, you're on Likopedia. Oh yeah, I forgot you're on Likopedia.
yeah, but that has nothing interesting on it. Like it doesn't have my.
It says one trick pony, Lucio one trick pony.
Only play one thing. I'm also a one trick pony in ESO. I only play DK.
And you want to know when EU is getting a better server like NA? Never. You guys don't deserve it.
Soon.
Yeah, you guys don't deserve it. I'm sorry.
What? No.
God.
Can I get a server transfer or swap? I guess. Oh my
Go for
gears,
it.
are you?
I've found your Wikipedia. This player page currently has no image.
Yeah,
you
I don't have an
know
image. No one knows what I look like online.
I know what you look like.
His
No, you
name
don't.
means sky
Okay,
slash air.
you're
in
European, right?
Yeah.
Dutch.
Alright, so
Yeah.
blue eyes, blonde
Nope.
hair.
Wow.
Wrong on both fronts. Nice.
Alright, you
First
have
time?
brown hair.
Yeah, all kinda. Yeah. Pretty
Okay,
Aren't
brown
Dutch
hair.
people like 10 foot
straight,
tall?
straight hair, not curled.
He's straight.
I thought you
Oh,
meant like straight. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
he's also
straight.
us.
No,
We need
straight
to know.
hair.
Yes, I have straight hair. Damn, he's getting
Okay,
close.
okay.
Okay.
You got green eyes.
Okay, what the fuck? Are you looking at my screen right now? Are you in there? What the fuck?
Are you over 2 meters tall?
No.
No, oh
Come
no.
on, man.
He's
I am-
probably like 5'10" or some shit.
I am 6'2".
Oh, you're 6'2". Okay, you're
Yes.
shit.
I'm
You're
pretty
like
tiny
100.
for a Netherlands man.
Tiny shit.
Your
I'm
eSports
6
career
feet.
didn't stunt your growth then.
Yeah.
It's good.
It probably did actually. It's just Netherlands. Yeah. Bro, I was really tiny in my school. Like everyone, I had fucking like 2 people 2 meters tall in my fucking high school at like 16 years old. What the fuck is that shit, bro? That's not okay.
Alright. Guess we'll wrap it up here with locked 50% of the soul community going away.
We'll find you on YouTube,
You-
right?
Yeah, if you look up my name on YouTube, actually, no, don't look up my name. I have 2 channels, and one of them has like Minecraft speedrunning.
Minecraft
So-
speedrunning.
Yeah, and both of them have the same icon and same name. So, but one of them has 300 subscribers, and one of them has like 40. So you'll know which one not to click on.
Okay. Twitter, anything like that?
I have a
LinkedIn,
Twitter, but I don't use it since
Pinterest.
No, I am not socially media active. What?
Fine. Fine.
But I upload stuff on my YouTube when I ever do things. Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome.
Although I'm inactive for 2 months because heavy attack build gone, so I have to farm gear from nothing, pretty much. You know, I pretty much have to start over, bro. Like, damn.
Okay.
Any Hoff player
Alright.
looking for more?
I'm sure I can get. If you're on EU, I can get you some.
Yeah, I'm on to you.
Okay. I'll sort that out for you.
Nah. Anyway.
Good luck.
Yep.
Have a lovely evening.
I'll see you guys soon.
See you soon.